Dr. Martin wanted in surgery. Dr. Martin wanted in surgery.
Oh, Terry, nurse, this way.
Well, hello.
Hi.
What are you doing here, Nancy? And where's Tab? Did you let him go?
Oh, no, he's just out parking the car. I'm just here for the usual tests and, x-rays.
With Dr. Lieberman?
Yeah,
Well, how are you feeling otherwise?
about the same.
Did Mr. Carpenter tell you I talked to him about my feelings about Tab?
Yeah, well, Terry, I wouldn't get my hopes up there. Tab's working out just fine, and in fact, Charles thinks so as well.
Well, what are you going to do about your wedding plans? Is it postponed now?
Just because I'm paralyzed, it's no reason to stop living,
No,
is it?
I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
In fact, if Charles had his way, our wedding would be the biggest event of the year in Kingsley. Well, look, I really have to go see Dr. Lieberman, but if you're not busy later on, can we get together and talk?
Well, sure.
Nurse, I think we ought to go now. See you later.
Okay.
Dr. Barton, please report to the lab. Dr. Barton to the lab.
Oh,
Got you daydreaming. I don't believe it.
Russ, I hope you are pleased with the turmoil you caused with your memo.
What memo's that?
This one, rotation of nurses shifts.
You don't like the new schedule.
No one likes it. This is one of the most insensitive proposals I've ever read.
Correction. This is not a proposal. This is policy.
Well, I can't accept it. This is grossly unfair to the nurses with seniority. It is grossly
Mrs.
unfair
Davidson,
to those...
the director of this hospital approved this plan. So therefore, it is your job as director of the nursing to make sure that it is implemented.
Well, I will just speak to Mr. Lewis about
Go
that.
right ahead.
Security to first floor nurses station. Security to first floor nurses station.
Prescott Development, may I help you?
I sure hope so. If you can't, nobody can.
Is this Russ?
One and the same. How you doing?
Just fine. How about yourself?
Oh, great. Except for one little minor problem.
What?
I've lost the will to work.
Why?
Well, I've had you on my mind. Been thinking about you all day long.
Wow, that's a hard line to top. And how do you expect me to respond to that?
Well, I expect you to respond by, say, accepting an invitation to dinner tonight. S'il vous plaît? Unless, of course, you got something else planned.
Oh, no, not at all. I'd love to. Where did you have in mind?
Well, there's no place like home. Why don't you come on over to the townhouse?
I don't know, Russ. I think I'd rather go to a restaurant.
Marianne, no restaurant steams shrimp the way I do.
Well, I don't doubt that, but I think I'd prefer to go out someplace.
Okay, how does the Greenbrier sound, all right?
Oh, that's great, but I don't want to break you.
You're not gonna break me. Besides, I'm expecting a big raise to come along any day now.
Well, that's great. And so soon.
Well, I deserve it. I'll tell you something else, too. By the time I get done with Kingsley General, this is gonna be one top-notch little hospital.
You are incredibly confident.
Well, that's the only way to go. Pick you up at 7, all right?
7's fine. See you then, Mr. Weaver.
See you then, Mr. Weaver.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough.
Don't you have something better to do than to eavesdrop on my conversations?
Well, if you'd like, I could go straighten that creep out.
What in the world for? For calling me up on the telephone?
No, for putting the make on my sister.
Look, Gil, just because you have one thing on your mind constantly doesn't mean everyone else does.
No, but it does make me a good judge of who does and who doesn't.
Well, I'll start listening to your judgment as soon as you display some.
Marianne, are you that snowed, huh?
No! I like him. He's a nice guy, as you would find out if you would take the time.
Marianne, plenty of people have. You're just the latest.
Oh, well, thanks a lot.
Well, listen,
No, I am tired of everyone bad-mouthing Russ Weaver, especially after everything he's been through. I am happy to be one person who will listen to him for a change.
so I guess you think you're going to be the one to change him, is that
Yeah,
it?
maybe I will.
You're the most naive person I've ever met in my
Well,
life.
look.
You know that?
As you have said so often to me, Gil, about 1,000,000 times, and I quote, what I do is my business and none of yours.
Jason.
Oh, Terry. I didn't mean to come into your office unannounced, but the secretary was away from the desk and just thought I'd wait for you.
Well, that's all right. What can I do for you?
Well, I need some advice, but business.
Well, sure, I'll try.
I didn't bring the plans with me, but do you remember how those sinks in the classroom fit real snug against the wall?
Yeah.
Well, the ones that you like have been on order, but they haven't come in yet, and I don't think they will before it's time to install. So I was wondering if you wanted to wait for those or go with the Pro Meds. Now, you know, the Pro Meds aren't going to give you the counter space that you wanted.
Yeah, I remember. When will the sinks be available? I mean, the original ones.
2 months?
Well, let's just wait then. I'd really rather have the workspace.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that would be best.
sure. Oh. Guess that's about it. Yeah.
How in the world did he break his arm?
Dr. Dalton,
Where
please
was his
report to second
teacher?
floor nurses station. Dr. Woods,
Yes, go
call
on,
your
do that.
service.
That'll be fine.
Dr. Woods,
I
call your
know.
service.
Hold on a second, honey. Yes,
But that wouldn't, by any chance, be a personal call, would it?
Mike, no, it's all right. I'll pick her up around 4:30. I love you too, honey.
Sorry about that, but that's why we have payphones. Mrs. Duncan.
Dr. Pruder to emergency. Dr. Pruder
Hi, Russ.
to emergency.
How's it going?
Very busy, but not too busy to help you. What can I do for you?
Well, I just missed Ben. He's in surgery. So now I'm trying to find Mom. Have you seen her?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have, and not too long ago. I think she's avoiding me.
Mom? Avoiding you?
Yeah, it's a little like having a mother-in-law without having a wife.
What?
Never mind. Listen, you gonna be around for a little while? I gotta run these reports down to Dr. Lewis. Should only take me about a minute.
No, I've got to run.
Okay, well, maybe I'll catch you later then, okay? Bye.
Mom, hi.
Oh, let me out of here.
Is it that bad?
Almost.
Oh, well, look, I just stopped by the farmer's market and I got some gorgeous tomatoes. I dropped by the house and put them in the fridge.
Thank you, honey.
Sure.
Say, did you see Ben? I heard that he was in surgery. He might be there now.
He is, and I give up.
This just isn't our day, is it? I gotta
No.
go to a grievance hearing right now.
A grievance hearing. Are you upset?
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. There is so much for everyone to do here without adding this silly business of nurses' shifts rotations. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
Okay, I guess Russ wasn't exaggerating. He said it was busy today.
Lori, do me a favor and don't mention that name today.
Who, Russ?
Yeah, that one.
Hey, good, you're still here.
Yeah, are you going down?
Yeah, enter. Look, I meant to ask you how it was going since that little bit in the park, you know, the tennis courts with the Colonel.
Yeah, I'm still a little bit shaky, but I'm better.
Good, good. Well, listen, if you ever, get yourself in another spot again or anything and you need some help or anything at all, listen, you know where to find me.
Thanks, Russ.
Okay.
But I have my husband.
Was I really hounding you?
Yeah, you were.
Oh.
Oh, one down and one to go.
Hey, Dad.
Dad, can I talk to you a minute
Well, sure.
Hey, better. She can't dance.
alone?
Oh, I think she means it.
I know. That's okay. I gotta go to the construction site.
Oh,
See you later.
listen, Gil, stick around the building for a while, will you? Something's come up, and I want to talk to both of you about it.
It's not gonna take long, is it?
No, I won't take long. Here, just so you don't get bored, go get me an orange drink.
Okay.
Thanks. Shoot.
Dad, why did you have to go and corner Russ yesterday? Don't you trust me?
Is that what he said, that I went and cornered him?
No, it's not what he called it, but that's not the point. You went to someone behind my back, and you cross-examined him. I like him very much. I mean, I'm surprised he's still talking to me.
Well, I thought that you wanted Russ and I to get to know each other better. Wasn't that the point of that dinner the other night?
Yeah, I said get to know him, Dad, not scare him off, or make him think our relationship is some kind of betrothal or something. We're just friends.
Did he say that I scared him off?
No, he didn't, but I know you. A lesser man than Russ would have run for the hills.
Oh, I'm sorry, hon. Why, I was only trying to protect your welfare.
Were you?
Yeah.
Or just acting on the poison thoughts of my brother?
Oh, now, come on. Ever since you guys were kids, I've always tried to treat you like individuals, and I've never played one opinion against the other.
Well, I know that, Dad, but Gil's been acting so angry about Russ lately.
Well, I understand that, and it's been one of my concerns, but you know that the main concern I have has always been your best interest. Why, it's my job as your old man.
Well, did he pass the test?
Yeah, I guess he sneaked by.
Thanks, Dad.
But I still want you to be careful. There's no harm in that.
No problem.
All right.
Coast clear?
Yeah, come on in. Are we finished?
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
Sure. Well?
I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and I know that you've been right with me through all of this campaign. Mary Ann, you especially, and Gil, you've helped me tremendously on the workforce. But, like I said, I don't want you to think that I'm ungrateful. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and I've decided not to run for re-election.
Dad?
Yep.
What?
Oh, Nancy, you're here. Oh, excuse me, I'll be right back. And after that, I want the microsurgery techniques from Dr. Friedlander's office brought to my office. Yeah, he wants to discuss certain suture techniques with Dr. Abrahams later. Thanks, Barbara. Oh, you'll have to forgive me, Nancy, for all these interruptions. I would have been back here a lot sooner. Nancy, you're crying. What happened?
Nothing. That's just it, nothing. There's no change, there's no improvement. I don't know, maybe something will happen with the x-rays, but as far as Dr. Lieberman's concerned, there's no change.
Nancy, I'm sorry. But look, don't assume that this is going to be forever. I know you're discouraged right now, but give it time. And remember, you've got a wedding to look forward to. Is that what you want to talk to me about?
Well, no, not really. I wanted to ask you about the house.
Well, it's in the lawyer's hands right now, and everything appears to be going smoothly.
Terry, is there any way that we can get out of selling it to the Redlands?
Why? I don't understand.
No, I don't expect you to understand, but I really want so much to make a home for Charles, and I have so little to offer. And you know, Nora's house is so bright and cheery. I thought maybe I could buy your share of the house, and then we could live there.
Well, Nancy, I don't know how, not now.
Oh, no, I don't mean now. Not until after we're married. I may move in and get readjusted, but I promise you Charles won't move in until after we're married.
Well, I thought that Mr. Carpenter would provide... Well, you see, the Redlands trust me. We made an agreement in good faith.
Oh, I know, and you're always saying what nice people they are, so I'm sure if you explain the situation, they'll understand, don't you think?
Well, yeah, I suppose they would in time, but they had their hearts set on that house.
Well, this way, if they move out before they get too settled in, they won't feel so bad, right? Look, I feel terrible about it, too.
Oh, Nancy,
But, you know.
I'll promise you one thing. I will talk to the Redlands, and we'll see what can be done.
Oh, Terry, I sure appreciate it.
You're not running.
Well, why not, Dad, huh?
Dad, don't we have any say in this?
Yeah.
I mean, this doesn't make any sense. I know you'd win.
Well, if I did, you'd get the lion's share of the credit, hon. You're a terrific campaign manager.
Dad, please tell me you're joking.
Mary Ann, for your sake, I wish I was joking. Since your mom died, why, I've been taking a lot of stock in my life, and there's a lot of things in it that I don't like. I'm just beginning to see them.
Dad, is someone trying to talk you out of running?
No. This was completely my idea. It's tough on me, too, you know.
But why?
Yeah.
Well, the truth of the matter is I'm a hypocrite.
Oh, come on, Dad.
Oh, Gil, you have to understand now, I'm not going to continue in a public life when my own private life is such a mess. Now, it's too important.
I still don't get it.
Well, I'm not going to bore you with the details. I don't get it myself, but I haven't even been fair to Sharon.
Hey, she asked for it, Dad. I mean, don't get pious, just because...
Now, look, Gil, I'm not getting pious. Someday, if you ever decide to get your head straight with the Lord, why, maybe you'll understand.
What I understand is that you're bowing out,
What you don't understand is that I've hurt two women, Sharon and Terry, and I really care for Terry.
Okay, Dad, well, you realize that, so why should it still be a problem? I mean, I'm sure you've talked to both of them about it.
Look, you don't understand, Mary Ann. The problem is not with Sharon or with Terry. It's something inside of myself. I need time to sort this out. And if my hat stays in that political arena, I'll never have any time for any of that because my head will be in there with it. Now, I have time to run the company because I understand that business. But I don't have time for politics because it demands more of a commitment than I can give it right now.
Okay, if it's a conflict, then maybe you're right.
No, Dad, you're a good commissioner. Don't you think that maybe you're supposed to be involved?
Thanks, hon, but there are good men running, and besides, no public office is worth the neglect that I've been guilty of it lately. Now, look, I've thought it all over. For everybody concerned, it's best that I bow out now.
Who's that? Just had it here. They're coming. Oh, here they... Yes. I don't know. Well, look, tell him that I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I'm going home. I've had enough for today. Oh. That's it.
Thank you. Tell me, why do I get the impression that you are on another galaxy somewhere?
I'm sorry, Russ. Something unexpected has come up at home.
You better bite the mailman without having his shots.
Russ, that kind of talk doesn't help.
Sorry.
My dad has decided not to run for re-election.
What's so wrong about that?
I'm his campaign manager. How would you feel?
I'd feel relieved. That's how I'd feel. But somebody's knocking himself out for a candidate who doesn't want to win.
But he wanted to, that's just it.
Thank you.
Just changed. Russ, do you know anything about my dad and Terry Davidson? You know, they've been out a few times.
You're kidding. Thank you.
Well, no, I
Your
mean...
dad and Terry Davidson?
Yes. I know it's not the romance of the century or anything, but Dad does think a lot of her.
Well, that proves it. Beauty really is in the eye of the beholder.
What, you don't think she's attractive?
I work with her, Marianne.
Well, I know they're not dating now. Dad says he thinks he blew it with her. You must know Terry fairly well, Russ. What do you think about her?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes.
Well, in our working relationship, I find no, I take that back. Actually, it's kind of personal, too. But I find her to be inflexible, unreasonable, and uptight most of the time.
Really?
You ask me. Tell you something, your dad's a whole lot better off probably without her.
Russ, I'm surprised. I didn't expect you to say that.
Well, you know, it just might be her situation. I mean, she's in over her head as director of nursing. Maybe the pressure's getting to her. I don't know. Maybe this thing with your dad has something to do with it, too.
Something to do with what?
The way she's always being so uptight and uncooperative. I'll tell you one thing, whatever her trouble is, she sure knows how to find a way of putting it all on me. Maybe part of her problem is she just doesn't know how to handle relationships like with your dad.
I wish I could just understand why Dad dropped out. Even Gil doesn't seem to care.
Look, can we stop talking about all this family stuff and all these troubles and everything else? I mean, if I wanted your dad and Gil and everybody else in the world to join us tonight, I would have invited them, but I didn't invite them. I invited you, so okay?
Okay.
Okay, good stuff. Pick up your menu. Good girl. Now, you order anything that your little old heart desires. Like right here. See the pig knuckles? Very, very good this time of year.
Okay,
Then
Russ.
I have the turkey
You
breast over
win.
here. Just order. You know, I love your artist eyes. I'd say they were the work of an impressionist.
Russ, that lady is staring at me.
So am I. Don't be embarrassed.
I can't help it.
Well, neither can I. Let's go to my place.
I wish she'd stop looking.
She can't look at you if you go to my place. You can work on my portrait.
Are you sure that's all you have in mind?
Oh, sure, I'm sure that's all I have in my mind. What do you think, I am some kind of a rogue or something?
Well, the way I've been defending you to my father and brother, I guess I'd better trust you.
Yeah, I agree.